I am here with Dani Mo ahead of her championship match for the Fest Championship against Savannah Evans. How are you feeling going into this match?
I'm feeling quite excited because not only am I wrestling Impact superstar Savannah Evans, but it's for the Fest Championship title. Now, last time I stepped in the ring with Savannah, I picked up a big W. So tonight, I'll be walking out your new Fest Wrestling Champion, because I feel like I go quite well with the punk rock, the bright colors, the neon. Who better to represent? See you out there, Savannah.
Strong words from Dani. I'm here with Savannah Evans, who tonight is defending her Fest Wrestling Championship against Dani Mo. Now, last time you faced Dani Mo here at Enjoy, she did get the better of you. So how are you feeling walking into this one?
But I mean, did she really get the better of me? That was a tag match, you know what I mean? Facade, Killian, they're out of the situation in this one. One-on-one, me and Dani, she ain't got a chance.
Strong words from Savannah Evans.
All right, fans, welcome in here to Mr. Small's Theater, Millvale, PA. Rich Bocchini alongside Joe Dombrowski. Welcome to the latest edition of Enjoy Wrestling. What a night we have. Huge main event on the way, Joe. Mr. Grimm is here.
Can't wait for Mr. Grimm to take on O'Shea Edwards. It's David Lawless's previous monster against his current monster. What's gonna give in this house fight?
Well, we are kicking things off with a title match. The Fest Wrestling Championship is on the line as we get fired up here tonight at Enjoy Wrestling.
Yeah, Savannah Evans set to defend against a Pittsburgh favorite in Dani Mo. It is power versus speed here to kick off season 8 of Enjoy Wrestling.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Welcome to a sold-out Enjoy Wrestling Rites of Spring. The following match is sponsored by Baby Loves Tacos and Chantal's Cheese.
Big matchup here to kick off Episode 1, Season 8 here of Enjoy Wrestling. Title matchup to kick things off. Our friends down at Fest Wrestling in Gainesville, Florida.
One half of the Neon Blonde, Dynamite Dani Mo.
Of course, Jem with the ring introductions, but again, our friends down at Gainesville, Florida at Fest Wrestling co-sponsoring this matchup. The challenger, Dani Mo, a Pittsburgh stalwart with a chance to put some gold around her waist tonight.
Yeah, kicking off the Rites of Spring. The weather's starting to warm up, and could the warm, bubbly personality of Dani Mo be moments away from a championship victory? 8 years as a gymnast, the past 3 or 4 years as a professional wrestler. Dani Mo very aerially inclined. She's part of Team Neon Blondes with another name we've seen here in Enjoy and around the area in Facade. that tells you how adept she is in the air. She'll need every bit of it to counteract the raw power of the defending champion.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, she is the best wrestling champion and Impact superstar, the Cannibal, Savannah Evans!
The reigning and defending Fest Wrestling champion here tonight, putting the title on the line. And Enjoy Wrestling, Rites of Spring. And what a way to kick things off with a big title matchup.
Yeah, and the thing about Savannah Evans, she calls herself the Cannibal, and that speaks to how she just likes to metaphorically devour her opponents, overwhelm them, eat them alive with offense. And Savannah continues to add power to her game every time I see her. I've seen her since pretty much her rookie year, 9 years ago. Bell sounds, but I know she's been doing big things down in Fest. I mean, she beat MV Young for that championship, and that speaks more than anything about how tough you've got to be. And I understand, Rich, things tend to get pretty wild and woolly down there at Fest, don't they?
Yeah, they do play fast and loose with the rules down in Gainesville, Florida. You mentioned it, MV Young, nearly a year as Fest Wrestling champion. Savannah Evans, more than 100 days now, proudly defending that title. But, I mean, you look at the list of former Fest Wrestling champions. I mean, the likes of Effie, a two-time champion. Sue Young, Heidi Lovelace. I mean, some pretty big names have held the title, and Savannah Evans looking to uphold that lineage. This would be a huge get for Dani Moe if she can score the win tonight.
Well, history here as well in Enjoy Wrestling, as Savannah with the top wrist lock. It was Facade and Dani Moe who defeated Savannah Evans and Killian McMurphy at Night Moves a little over a year ago. And I know that Savannah Evans and Killian McMurphy have not forgotten about that. Killian and Facade will actually cross paths next week here on our broadcast. But right now, it is Savannah looking to make up for that prior loss. You know, Savannah, you can't have a big house without a solid foundation, and Savannah's got a big career built on the foundation of the likes of Cedric Alexander, Caleb Conley, and you want to talk about where she gets her grit, her old school toughness from? That is the legendary George South.
Yeah, the legend in the Carolinas, and you know, look out here, Savannah Evans.
George South is still, I believe, 60 years old and winning championships and bleeding buckets. That shows you that Savannah Evans has no fear, won't back down, and she could reign for champion as a long time if she decides.
Oh, when you talk about trainers, too, when you have a guy like George South, I mean, people will travel from all over to spend some time sitting under his learning tree. Savannah Evans seems to have soaked up as much as she could, and is putting it to use.
And she's never stopped learning. That's the most important thing. She's never stopped evolving. But Dani Moe escapes the grip of Savannah Evans. Dani's got to be abusive yet elusive here. Keep this thing moving. Oh, nice arm drag takeover. Lucha Libre style. The more Dani can stay out of the reach of Savannah Evans, the more she's got an opportunity. Distance will give her an advantage here. But Savannah, again, has her scouted.
Fest Wrestling, as we mentioned, fast and loose with the rules. You never know what you're going to see with weapons and the like.
Dani went for the roll-up. Evans, a death grip on that middle rope. Wasn't going to budge and steps over Dani Moe, just showing that dominance.
Point I'm making here, Joe, is that in a Fest Wrestling Championship matchup, anything's legal, anything goes. I don't know that Savannah Evans is going to go the route of, let's say, chicanery and weapons, but she could if she needs to. Doesn't look like it, though, huh?
Beautifully done with a side slam into the cover, 2 count only. Well, to your point, Rich, I think that looser style would benefit Dani Moe, who's known to use her surroundings as an offensive weapon, known to use them as a springboard. Savannah Evans, a little more grounded in the basics and the traditional aspects. I think she just wants to overpower you. I think with Savannah Evans, her hands are the only weapon she needs.
As tough as they come, and Dani Moe, feeling the effects of a powerful forearm right to the sternum, and Savannah Evans isn't done yet. Powerful whip.
And notice the eyes have not left the gaze of the challenger as Savannah charges through. incredible speed behind that as well.
Yeah, it really has a quick motor and a quick start.
The thing about Savannah is she will smother you with offense. You can realize what you need to do, but you don't have a second to catch your breath because she's on top of you every step of the way, even from across the ring.
At 0 to 60, super quick.
Yeah.
And super powerful as well. Example on that suplex. Simple suplex. You look at the confidence on her face.
Yeah.
She knows she's dominating here so far.
To most other athletes, that double arm suplex is a standard maneuver. But Savannah gets so much impact and so much distance out of it, as Dani Moe just trying to fight here, create that distance again, get out of the clutches of Savannah, who rains down another shot.
And I know what you're saying. A lot of times that suplex, like transition move.
Yeah.
Move more just to kind of knock the wind out of you. You don't expect to get a win. Savannah Evans hits that as powerful as she is. Yeah. She can end a match with it if she needs to.
And Dani's still feeling it over a minute later and gonna feel this as well. The bear hug that supplies pressure on the intercostals, the rib cage, the lungs, it constricts the breathing. And notice Dani Moe's got no way to get momentum or leverage on her side. She doesn't even have her footing. She's been elevated over the shoulder of Savannah.
And Savannah was swinging Dani around, now put it up on her shoulder. And whoa, Dani able to take advantage.
Cover here, shoulders down for 2. Man, would you call that an upset?
It would have to be.
Oh, man!
That's taking nothing away from Dani Moe.
Yeah, pop-up powerbomb by Savannah. Dani Moe is a hell of an athlete. She's courageous. But Savannah Evans may be in her own category. And a 2 count only that time. Dani Moe could have stayed down, and I don't think anybody would have thought different of her. Nobody would have judged her. Nobody would have blamed her. But Dani Moe wants to fight. Dani Moe realizes what a big opportunity it would be to win this Fest Championship and be down in Florida as part of those events as well. It only increases her resume, increases her paydays, increases everything, but it starts with a win here.
Good cheering section here tonight as well. But again, something as simple that an everyday move, a body slam.
Yeah.
Took so much out of Dani right there, and just another example of how powerful Savannah Evans is. Look out.
Dani Moe from the area as Savannah drapes the leg. 2 count only.
I mean, that could have been it.
Yeah. Dani Moe's mother is here. She's got friends and family watching on, but man, what a daunting task to have all your loved ones watching you for. You need that support, but man, Savannah Evans has just ruled this matchup from practically the outset.
And Dani had that one flurry when Savannah had her in the bear hug and was able to slide down her back. Oh, look out there. Savannah going for that charge in the corner one too many times.
And is this an opening for Dani Moe? Savannah hit hard. We talked about that momentum, that speed. It worked against Savannah that time.
Sure did.
It was a collision with steel. And keep in mind, Rich, these are not rounded posts. There's a corner that can dig into your clavicle, that can do some serious damage with an impact like that.
Yeah, sure thing. And a lot of times those ring posts as well, they're not exactly smooth either. And slice you open too.
Yeah. Speaking of impact, of course, Savannah's been making waves in Impact Wrestling lately. Dani Moe. I don't know if you want to go slugfest with Savannah, but Dani's got to find something here. If she can beat Savannah at her own game, that could be huge. These side round kicks to the quad muscle. And Dani breaking out some martial arts. Breaking out, a stunner connects.
Savannah's still on her feet. Savannah has not been knocked off her feet, Joe.
That's true. Look at her use her agility. A former collegiate pole vaulter. And Dani the balance down with a crossbody. But the momentum will not allow Dani to stay on top of her foe.
First time that Dani Moe has taken Savannah Evans down.
Oh, she slammed her. Dani Moe, did she get enough? No. I think Dani Moe was as surprised that she got that slam off as anybody in this building.
Looked like Hogan slamming Andre.
Savannah Evans, I don't think expected that either.
No.
Dani charging in, pressing the advantage. Dani knows this is her one opening. She's been waiting for this the entire matchup.
You wonder if Dani might have wrenched her back a little bit. I mean, Savannah's got a weight advantage on her. She's got a bulk advantage.
Dani Moe able to elevate Savannah in a precarious position.
Think of the damage that's been done to Dani's back to begin with. That was a gutsy move to try to pick Savannah up and slam her. She got just enough of her.
Yeah, but will she pay for it in the long run? Dani going high risk now. This is an area Savannah can't compete. Into the lights. Dani Mo. Oh, the super Dani Conrada.
Gotta make the pin. Gotta get over there. Savannah's down. Step on the gas, Dani. This is your chance.
We'll see if Dani Mo can go 2-0 on Savannah. The tag match victory, and now the fist title. But they're speaking to your point of the back. It finally gave out. Too much damage done. And that full Nelson slam overpowering Dani Mo, and Savannah's still the fist champion.
And still your best wrestling champion, Savannah Evans.
Dani Mo attempted to overpower her opponent. She had an opportunity. She could have chose to stick and move. It looked like that was starting to work. Savannah Evans, though, just so powerful, lives to fight another day as Fest Wrestling Champion. Nice effort for Dani Mo, though, in front of her hometown crowd.
Dani Mo opened some doors, had some opportunities, but it came down to the tenacious ferocity of Savannah Evans continuing that punishment and pressure on her opponent and leaving Enjoy Wrestling still Fest champion. Gutsy move by Dani Mo, gutsy effort, but it's Savannah who emerges victorious. And Rich, we are far from done this week here on Enjoy.
Yeah, we have our huge main event on the way. Mr. Grimm is back here, Joe.
Mr. Grimm one-on-one with O'Shea Edwards, and David Lawless has been at the center of this controversy. He's not here tonight as far as we know, but regardless, it is Mr. Grimm trying to reaffirm that identity and reaffirm his purpose here in Enjoy Wrestling, but he'll have to go through Lawless's latest monster to do it.
That matchup is next.
I'm here with O'Shea Edwards, who has been hired by David Lawless to take on Mr. Grimm tonight. Now, David Lawless says he's not scared, he's just busy. That's why he filed the injunction. But now that you've been hired to take out Mr. Grimm, what is going to be your approach to complete this job?
I was hired to go to the Odyssey Rumble and handle business against Grimm. I wasn't hired to win. Yeah, I didn't win. Yeah, but Grimm didn't either. But it don't matter, though. I'm here tonight. I'm about to bust your ass up, boy. I would have did this for free. I owe you one. The stuff about him and Lawless, ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm gonna kick his ass. Cause death to you and death to the fake ass heavyweight.
Thanks to our sponsors, Chantal's Cheese Shop, Grit and Glitter Podcast, Marveling at Marvel's Marbles Podcast, Fungus Books and Records, Maud's Paper Wing Gallery, Harold's Haunt, Safe Space Scents, Baby Loves Tacos, comedian Zach Funk and his new album, Brains Are Weird, MLW Confusion Podcast, and Lions Led by Donkeys Podcast. Thank you to all our patrons. We couldn't do it without you. Join us at patreon.com/Enjoy Wrestling and get access to never-before-seen content like exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and unreleased Enjoy Wrestling matches. The Clean Air Council. Enjoy Wrestling is supporting the Clean Air Council's Direct Relief Fund to provide in-home air purifiers to those impacted by the Norfolk Southern train derailment. We've raised $700 this season. Please feel free to contribute yourself using the link in the description. And get your Enjoy Wrestling merchandise at enjoy-wrestling.com. T-shirts, hoodies, beanies, crew necks, tote bags, fanny packs, enamel pins, and even foam belts. Represent your favorite brand of pro wrestling today at enjoy-wrestling.com.
What's up, everyone? This is Tyler from Chantal's Cheese Shop, backstage at Enjoy Wrestling, Rites of Spring. Thrilled to be sponsoring the event, but I just wanted to take a quick moment to talk about Quick's Goat Cheddar. It's a delicious cloth-bound cheddar with a little goaty twist, made by the Quick family. They've had a farm in Exeter, England since 1540. It's fantastic. It's a little grassy, a little horseradishy, and I think you should come down to Chantal's to try it. Come to Rites of Spring tonight.
Honestly, don't care. Great cheese though.
Hey, Enjoy Wrestling fans! Want to help support Enjoy Wrestling? Subscribe to our Patreon. Get sweet benefits like access to the Enjoy Wrestling Discord, where you can chat with the Enjoy Wrestling crew, wrestlers, and like-minded Enjoy Wrestling fans. Plus, get your name in the credits of every episode of Enjoy Wrestling on YouTube, and watch exclusive behind-the-scenes Enjoy Wrestling video content. Help keep Enjoy Wrestling free to watch for everyone. Subscribe to the Enjoy Wrestling Patreon today.
You want to embarrass me? Pay you for a job that you can't even get done.
Grim got clocked with that championship belt, and Ep1 closes the casket. The match is over.
And it's time I go out and find a new monster.
After Mr. Grimm lost that casket match, Lawless said that he buried Mr. Grimm straight into the ground.
Grim isn't gonna make it because I kind of buried him alive. There's some punk bitch with face paint that thinks that he can scare me. No, Grim, what did I tell you? But in December, it's the Enjoy Odyssey, and the Gavel David Lawless and his new monster are entering.
David Lawless with the Enjoy Cup that he stole. Oh, no.
Is Grim here, or is someone playing mind games with David Lawless?
You've promised us tonight a new monster. What do you mean by that? What can you tell us about this new monster of yours?
The Big Bad Kaiju, O'Shea Edward!
I mean, this is a true monster. Wait a minute. There's another elimination for O'Shea Edwards. Oh, no way.
Entering the Enjoy Odyssey, Mr. Grimm! Lawless has eliminated himself.
Edwards and Grimm, they're going shot for shot.
It's about me and you, Lawless, because I know you're watching. If I have to go through O'Shea, if I have to go through God himself to get to you, I would do what's needed to be done. You can run, but at the end of the day, your future looks grim.
Who's ready to see a hoss fight? The following contest is sponsored by Marveling at Marvel's Marvels Podcast. It is a singles contest scheduled for one fall.
Certainly thinks back to the giant monster movies of Japanese lore, maybe a Godzilla, a Gamera, maybe O'Shea Edwards could become Enjoy Wrestling's version of that. And Rich, he started to prove that in the Enjoy Odyssey. Out of a 25-athlete field, O'Shea eliminated 9 different athletes. That's more than a third of the field.
Faced off against his opponent here tonight. In the Battle Royal, the two of them eliminated each other while trading blows, and no surprise, continue to fight all over at Mr. Small's Theater. The man who calls himself the Hitman for Hire, back here tonight.
Big things happen if you're in my line of sight. What don't you know?
From the
opponent, weighing 26 body bags, he is the Hitman for Hire, Mr.
You know, Joe, you think back, and we talked about David Lawless, still no sign of him. Last time, I think that we saw Lawless, he eliminated himself from that battle royal trying to get away from Grim.
Yeah, claimed he's filing injunction against Enjoy Wrestling for assisting Grim in a breach of restraining order by allowing him in that battle royal, but I guarantee Lawless was the only one upset to see Grim come out of that casket after that long exile, and Grim is back with renewed purpose, because if you talk to Mr. Grim, David Lawless forgot the assignment. David Lawless let himself get in the way of the mission. They wanted to get the Enjoy Cup. They wanted to get the Enjoy Championship. They had a lot of success for a long time, but at the end of the day, I think Grim wanted to prove something on his own. He wanted to prove he could defeat MV Young on his own. He could win a casket match on his own. He could be the man here without David Lawless. Lawless didn't listen. Lawless instead hired a monster, and O'Shea Edwards, a spear out of the jump, and nearly put Grim away.
Now, Grim wants to get his hands on Lawless, no doubt about it. Revenge for turning his back on him, for burying him alive. And you're right, I mean, the eyes on Lawless's face when he saw Grim come out of that casket.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And Grim, from what I understand, is an individual that voluntarily and actually enjoys sleeping in his own body bags that he uses for his business.
It's quiet, right?
I guess so.
Nice and dark. It doesn't let any light in.
I mean, you don't really need for it to be soundproof. Nobody inside's normally going to complain.
Well, true.
But there may be body bags in play by the end of this matchup. Talk about a hoss fight. You want to talk about irresistible force, immovable object, power on power, whatever adage you want to use, whatever cliche you want to use. But O'Shea Edwards, what do you make of this selection, Rich, by David Lawless as his new and improved monster?
Well, is it any surprise that he would try and find one of the biggest, meanest men that he could possibly find? Is it any surprise that perhaps in Mr. Grimm's eyes, look out.
Wait a minute. Grim counters and sends O'Shea into one of those beams that's holding up this balcony, and if that goes, we got a whole host of problems.
Yeah, that's a load-bearing beam for sure. But my question is it any surprise that David Lawless's new monster is strikingly similar to his former monster?
No, because the formula worked. For so long, they absconded with that Enjoy Cup. They terrorized Lee Moriarty's life for so long.
Sure did.
And think about it, Rich. They were seconds away from winning everything. Enjoy Championship. And the power that comes with it. And the influence and the political stroke. And everything David Lawless dreamed of being a power broker behind the scenes.
Can you imagine what Enjoy Wrestling would be like with that guy in charge?
Painful. Ponderous. I'm so glad it hasn't happened because this is a fun environment.
Sure is.
I don't think David Lawless knows how to have fun.
Always has his issues with...
Nothing fun there.
With Veda Scott, of course, right?
Yeah, well, Lawless has his issues with everybody, to be honest. I think Lawless and Veda, maybe one day they could settle that in the courtroom.
They probably could. Who has the better written writs?
Well... I've seen some writs she's written. She's written some mean writs, let me tell you.
Lawless's are barely legible writs.
Well,
I think he got his degree from the Hollywood Upstairs Law School.
Or a Cracker Jack box.
Could have been.
But check this out. O'Shea has that rear mount and just smothering Grim and raining down with those forearm blows. Grim might be out. If Grim can't intelligently defend himself, the referee's got to stop this.
Can you imagine what a coup that would be for this man, O'Shea Edwards, to walk into this building, sold out crowd, and take out Mr. Grim?
I mean, yeah, first night in, main event, season premiere.
That would have to put him in contention for, you name the opportunity, you name the title shot.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I followed O'Shea's path of dominance for a lot of years, part of Shane Taylor Promotions and Ring of Honor. Seen him part of the Boomerang Fight Club entourage and MLW. Some of the biggest, baddest dudes in the sport want O'Shea Edwards backing them up.
Well, I was just about to say, Grim still with some gas in the tank, but that knee might have taken it all out.
Well, keep in mind that Grim is motivated by not just business. It's normally business when we see Grim. It's getting a job done, it's eliminating somebody, and it's collecting a payday.
Yeah, it's usually never personal.
Yeah, it's personal here tonight because it's about what Grim stands for and Lawless's lack of belief in Grim that he could get the job done. And O'Shea, check out the head of steam.
Man, oh man.
Nowhere for Grim to go.
Referee down to check, and at what point do you throw the X up and ring the bell?
Well, Grim is not going to want to back down. The referee may give him no choice. The referee may have no choice.
Yeah.
But Grim has turned such a 180 on David Lawless. Grim called Lawless recently, Lawless called Grim recently a, quote, punk bitch. So, no love or respect there. And those words, are in the back of the head of Grim right now because Grim wants to prove, no, I'm not that. In fact, I'm a whole lot more than you ever gave me credit for. And O'Shea, with his foot on the throat, and the official was very, very near to a disqualification, O'Shea milked that count to about 4.99, and he did it on purpose.
Doesn't look good for Grim.
Not at all.
Well, check that out. Might have spoken too soon.
One thing I think Grim has an advantage over O'Shea on is that agility and that vertical leap.
Explosive agility, too, out of nowhere.
Yeah, proving it. Caught O'Shea in the back of the head with a pump kick. Landed Grim hot water in that German suplex. Release style. Dropped Grim right back in the back of his head.
I don't believe that Grim has taken O'Shea off his feet.
And this is an attempt at a statement, at total domination, total elimination. O'Shea wants a count out while he is cool, calm, and collected, and Grim is just fighting to survive. And how ironic is it that chase for survival, that fear that Grim has strived on for many, many months, he now finds himself in that disadvantageous position.
Hey, Grim has been the guy that's struck fear in the heart of everybody in the Enjoy locker room, and suddenly he finds himself on the receiving end of that, and it's going to be disconcerting and have him all flummoxed.
Yeah, if O'Shea Edwards fears anything, I don't want to meet him. I guarantee you.
Yeah, when you can get Grim rattled, when you can get in his head, when you can overpower him. I don't want to get in Grim's way. Never mind the guy that's doing that to Grim.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I mean, again, O'Shea eliminated 9 individuals from that Odyssey, including Grim, when they both eliminated each other. All but Sternum first. Grim out of the way.
A little overconfident. He thought he had Grim down and out. Took his time, like we saw previously, sitting up on the turnbuckle trying to show off. That cost him right here. Let's see if Grim can capitalize.
Yeah. Hitman for hire got reversed, but springs up and takes O'Shea down. Does Grim have enough to follow through? On top now. Leg is hooked, and O'Shea a kick out.
Grim using what was in front of him. Was so quick to use the ropes, and the old football term, use what the defense gives you. Take what the defense gives you.
Yeah, but the question now is how much more does Grim have? You can tell that Grim's breathing a lot heavier than O'Shea, even though O'Shea is stunned. O'Shea elevated. Oh, elbows right to the side of the jaw. Oh man, that could be a knockout shot. O'Shea overpowering Grim. Went for the sit-out pile driver. Grim slips out the back door. And Grim able to drive down. O'Shea dropped hard.
Two absolute behemoths, two giants. Rattling Mr. Smalls Theater. Listen to this place. Sold out in Pittsburgh. What a main event to kick off Season 8 of Enjoy Wrestling here on YouTube.
Grim hit his GMF, and it looked like moments away from victory. But O'Shea, whether it was momentum or instinct or pre-planning O'Shea to the outside, and needless to say, you can't pin somebody outside the ring, but you can get a count out. O'Shea very smartly gave himself 10 extra seconds to recover.
It was wise to go on the outside, roll into the bottom rope, and I was thinking he might have been trying to reel Grimm in a little bit. But O'Shea, boy, having a hard time getting his win back.
Grimm's got to press the advantage, looking to suplex the big man. I guess you should say bigger man. They're both huge. O'Shea. Oh man.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that Edwards, when he went outside, he had that in mind. He was thinking a couple steps ahead.
Yeah, wrench that arm. That's a tightly enforced ring cable. That's not made of rope. That's made of steel. Oh, Grimm! Oh, what a shot! Knocks down O'Shea with an earth-shattering clothesline.
Two giants going to battle here tonight in Pittsburgh, and now it is Grimm with the fans behind him and the referee for the first time in this matchup, checking to make sure that O'Shea's all right.
This is like Godzilla and Gamera going one-on-one. But Grimm is not looking for a pinfall. He's not looking for a victory this second. Grimm has something big in mind.
Referee!
Oh, no.
Referee was checking on O'Shea, and you could hear Grimm say, "Move, ref." He was climbing to the top. He was ready to hit a move.
Oh, yeah, that's the most uncomfortable landing you could have. That steel turnbuckle underneath Grimm, and O'Shea. What a superplex! What a superplex! These men bounced on impact.
That took so much out of both men. A superplex rattles you both. Who did it rattle more this time? Into the cover. O'Shea trying to put it away.
No! When it's no longer just a job and you're motivated by that pride and you're motivated by that belief that you were wronged, it can turn you into a completely different person, turn you onto a completely different trajectory. This is not the Mr. Grimm who's poised. Oh, wait a minute. This is the Mr. Grimm who's getting choked. Grimm's going to fight for all he has, but what is he going to have if he blocks out? And good call by the referee getting in there immediately.
Yeah, right there, but going back to the choke, and at some point,
wait a minute.
A referee would be in his rights to disqualify Edwards here.
And that, I think that's sheer intimidation. It's intimidation, and it's knowing you got a lawyer in your back pocket to bail you out of whatever wrongdoing you do.
Still no sign of Lawless, though.
Well, you know he's lurking. And went for that driver again. Grimm! In the back door, the roll-up! No! And Grimm! On the knee!
Oh. That's gonna do it!
Look at the leg! Grimm! Avenges Lawless's wrongdoing! Well, to anybody that had revenge, Joe. To anybody that had doubts, particularly a certain weaselly lawyer we see from time to time here at Enjoy Wrestling, he may be rethinking some of his strategery because Mr. Grimm just took out the newest monster on the block, and he did it with his motivation to get his hands on David Lawless, driving him off.
Those personal issues will drive you through whatever pain and punishment you're put through, and for a long time it looked like Grimm was going to be mopped up. You talk about the early parts of that matchup. There were times when O'Shea Edwards just absolutely overpowered Grimm, and Grimm was in situations he'd never been in before, Joe.
O'Shea did everything he was paid to do as far as physical dissection of Mr. Grimm, but Grimm was motivated by something bigger, by something deeper, something that meant more to him than anything we've seen before and enjoy, and Grimm is on a cause. Phase 1 is complete, but Grimm is not satisfied.
What a main event. Two giants colliding here tonight in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is Mr. Grimm who scores the emotional victory. What's next for him? Well, what up, David Lawless? We'll have to wait and see, but this is a huge moment here for Grim getting through Lawless's new monster. That's going to send a message.
Without question, it will, and Lawless may have some major problems. We may get an update on this next week. What do you think, Rich? And what a card we have as well.
Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on next week. Of course, what a matchup we're going to have as the Ugly Ducklings make their debut right here at Enjoy Joe.
Yeah, Ugly Ducklings challenging the production for the Enjoy Tag Team Championship, but also it's going to be absolutely chaotic with a scramble. Anything can happen, and everybody's looking for a big-time win.
Mikey Montgomery, Killian McMurphy, Eel O'Neill, PB Smooth, Facade, Darius Carter, scramble matchup, all that and more next week right here at Enjoy Rites of Spring. We'll see you then.